So let's see if I manage to do this. Third try before being interrupted again. So I know the movement is sound. But as you can see, there are still some traces of rust and water ingress everywhere. So this needs to be cleaned. It's not going to be hard, but it has to be done. Now the plastic ring. Or plastic spacer, if you will. It's delicate, not so brittle, but still, you know, you gotta be careful. And this is the situation. Okay, apart from that spot that you see there, that's the lever spring, which looks like it's totally done for. Everything else looks perfect. Yeah, there are some traces here and there of rust, and yeah, spots of green gook, which I would call yeah, acid corrosion. But apart from that, it's looking pretty good, and this rust is only superficial, which is very fine. The problem is with this lever. I don't know if I should try to, you know, to clean the rust away with all the other parts inside, but I want to be sure. I'm curious, basically, to see if it's broken or if it's just a little bit, you know, encrusted. Oh no, shit. I'm sorry for the bad word. It's broken, so that's gonna be a pain. It is gonna be a pain. It is gonna be a pain to remove all this. It's broken in more than one part, and it's even rust particles everywhere. So an old piece of radical will come in to help. It's a piece of radical, I don't care that it gets rust particles in it because it's old. But it will help cleaning out the big parts. So the main plate is fine. Because the rust is only superficial, I can remove it with this old piece of radical, which is very good. And the only part that will need replacing is this switch lever, which is very, 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 very hard to find. But luckily I got some spares. So, oops. Oh, doesn't matter. Should I tackle this with the movement fully assembled, or should I? There you go. Now, I don't want to break the post, so what I will do, I have somewhere in the office a can of the most hated lubricant cleaner that a watchmaker can see, which is WD-40, but I cannot seem to find it in this confusion. I gotta clean up this shit. Sorry again. Oops. I gotta clean up my office. So what I will do is just drop some old oil on it. There you go. I will let it sip in, and then I will try to lift it with the tweezers. But to sip it in, to let it sip in, I gotta move it a little bit. So moves freely, most sort of. So let's try and lift it. I can even break it off because it doesn't really matter, it's already broken, but I don't want to, because if I force it sideways it will much probably break off the post, and if the post breaks, then yeah, the base plate is gone, so I don't want that. So as you can see, it is slowly coming upwards. You gotta be very careful. Now it's the hardest part because it tends to lift off the whole. Oh, cool! And it's out! Whoa! So what's the status of the post? It's not too bad condition. So I'm pretty happy of how it came out. It's only one broken switch lever, which can be easily replaced. These pieces are basically almost nowhere to be found at the moment. But I am lucky enough to have some spare movements, so I can take it off from there. And plus, I managed to buy the last set of NOS switch levers some time ago, a couple of years ago, that could be found on Cousins and on another shop. So yeah, I do have it. Obviously I'm not gonna use a NOS switch lever for this movement because it's a low value after all movement. Let me see, I'm scraping up. I should do with this with a piece of all the rust is superficial. Great. There's only one pit in here that I can feel with the tip of my tweezers. But apart from that, all the rest is just superficial, which is very good. So it will clean out nicely. And this concludes this analysis of the issues that afflict this watch. I repeat, it's a Seiko Quartz Chronograph 7a34-7010, and the issue with it was that the chronograph lever was stuttering. I resolved that quite easily, and also that the lap pusher was not working, and we discovered that the switch lever was rusted. Basically it was too far gone in order to hope to recover it, so it broke off while trying to remove it, which I was honestly expecting. So it's not such a big of a drama because I have replacement parts available. So this watch is going to be fixed in a very short time. The thing is that I cannot work on this one at the moment, so I will just put it aside and work on a customer's watch, which you will see in the next video. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it, sorry, if you didn't like it. Whatever you do, if you feel like, just subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot, and it will keep this videos coming. So just subscribe, do a thumbs up, whatever you want. Just be kind, especially to these vintage watches. So thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.